So what if I told you that one of the original NASCAR dirt tracks from 1948, 1949 is still here. It's in the woods here in Hillsborough, North Carolina. And there's even cars, old race cars, on the track. It was overgrown and forgotten for decades. So I'm going to take you for a walk, take you for a lap around this track. It is amazing. By June of 1948, the track was in full use. In its earliest days, drivers Fonty Flock and his brothers Bob and Tim dominated the track. Louise Smith became NASCAR's first female driver at the track in the fall of 1949. The Occoneechee Speedway also hosted stock car racing legends like Fireball Roberts and Richard Petty, Ned Jarrett, and Junior Johnson. The track was actually renamed Orange Speedway in 1954. I'm not really sure why. The 1 mile distance allowed drivers to go faster on the Occoneechee track than they could on earlier, shorter tracks. However, they often careened out of control, landing their cars on the riverbank because there were no guardrails. There was nothing here. So you were going off in the woods or going in the river. So from 1949 to 1968, this was the place to be when it came to car racing. Lee Petty, Richard Petty, Fireball Roberts, all these big names from back then raced here all the time. Don't even ask me what kind of car this is. I have no idea. Wow. This one looks like a Chevy, like a, I don't know, 50s. It obviously was a race car. The classic sheet metal gauges and everything. Nice roll cage in there. That's awesome. Look at that right there. (1948 to 1968). Wow. Go up to these original bleachers up here. So in the very beginning, this land was used by the Occoneechee Native Americans, and then it was basically farmed. It became a plantation in the 1700s, and then a man bought it in the 1800s, late 1800s, and actually where the track is now was a horse racing track. But it wasn't until Bill France, who would be the owner of NASCAR, he was flying over this part of North Carolina and looked down and he could see the horse track. And he said, well, this would be a perfect opportunity to build a race car track. And that's what he did. He got together with some investors. They bought 200 acres of this land here and created this track. My guess is this was the concession stand as I can cleverly figure out by the Pepsi Cola signs. And plus the stands are right here, so you imagine just back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, cars just flying down this track.
How much punishment can these cars take? Stock cars set themselves for 100 miles on the dirt. All across the nation, dirt tracks serve as public proving grounds for new cars. Baker is rewriting the record books. He roars through that last car-breaking turn and heads for the checkered flag. 100 miles on the dirt.
In some ways, this place kind of reminds me of that track in Jackson, Mississippi that I did that's buried in the woods. Although that was paved and it had banked walls and everything. Interesting video. Go check that out. Yeah, I'm guessing that this is how the track came around. So it was slightly banked. Maybe just slightly. And then the river, just down here, this creek. Let's see. Yeah, this part is called Big Bend. So this is the one where the cars could go off and end up on the bank. I'm not sure if any of them really actually ended up in the river. Look, you can actually walk. You can either walk on the bank or down below. So you may be asking, well, what happened? Why did it close down? Well, why do any of these places close down? People started moving in more. Churches were complaining. Neighborhoods were complaining over the noise. And so the track was finally moved. Bill France moved the track. And this place basically was left here. And then for 30 plus years, this track just kind of disappeared into the forest again. But to be fair, by the late 1960s, NASCAR had really outgrown its dirt racing track days. And so, in 1969, they moved this track to another track, a new track, called the Alabama International Motor Speedway, which actually now is called Talladega. So in the 2000s, local people got together, people that used to come here when they were kids and watch these cars race, and they started cleaning the place up. They even found the old football field that they used to play on back in the day when the track was here. Okay, apparently this was the outhouse, the bathrooms, which looks like it was boarded up and supposed to be locked up. And it was holding a bunch of supplies or something in here, and people have destroyed it, unfortunately. So I don't know. I guess I know they do have events here, or they used to. Yep, that's the problem when you open things up to human beings. Some of them have a natural instinct to just destroy things. Look at that. That was good money, $4,600. This looks like originally it was the bathrooms. I mean, that's old, whatever it is. Whoa! Squirrels living in there. That was hilarious. Oh, what was that? Oh yeah, these were actual original bathrooms. Looks like it's taking some shots. So nowadays, this is a public place. Anybody can come and walk around. Leave your race car at home though, because that is not allowed, but you can definitely walk and enjoy it, take some cool pictures. There's a couple cars down there and lots of history. So, all right, I'm getting back on the road. See you in the next video.